Hi everyone, welcome to class number 20. Today's class is on sales promotion as a tool under the promotion P of the marketing mix. Sales promotion is often differentiated from advertising in the following way. While advertising can serve to build brand awareness, knowledge, positive attitudes, etc., things that in the longer term translate into purchases, sales promotion tools provide an incentive for the consumer to buy now. Hence, while advertising might speak to your heart and mind, sales promotion tactics tend to speak to your wallet. If you think of this in terms of the hierarchy of effects models that we covered in an earlier class, sales promotion tactics tend to act on the behavioral stages of the hierarchy of effects. Sales promotion is also described as an acceleration tool. In addition to getting one to buy now, it also sometimes is used to encourage consumers to buy more at any given purchase occasion or buy more often within a given time period. In other words, you get them to shorten the purchase cycle. There are two broad types of sales promotion tools: those targeted at the trade, that is members of your distribution channel, and those targeted at consumers. Let's begin by looking at consumer trade promotion tools. The major types of sales promotion tools are represented on the slide here. Which of these tools you use should depend in part on the objectives of your campaign, whether it's to induce trial of a product, increase consumption, or to hold and reward consumers. In the next few slides, I will explain each of these tools in more detail. Samples are often given as a way to stimulate trial. There is research to show that direct experience can be a very effective way of persuading consumers that a product meets their needs and wants. It doesn't work for every product, of course. The product must be divisible such that small quantities can be dispensed for trial at home, shampoo for instance. Experience or experiential goods tend to lend themselves well to sampling, relative to search and credence goods. This is because search goods can be easily evaluated before purchase based on its features and characteristics, making trial of the product unnecessary. With experience goods, evaluation can be difficult until consumption occurs. Sampling is not suitable for credence goods because with this category of products, evaluation is difficult even after consumption. One downside of sampling is that it can be costly because of production and packaging requirements. Coupons entitle those in possession of the coupon to monetary benefits. I'll note here that the challenge with couponing lies in distributing coupons to the right people. By right people, I mean people who might otherwise not purchase your product because their willingness to pay is lower than the price of the product. And that is actually one of the advantages of coupons, that you can be selective in who you give coupons to. Contrast this to a straight discount where any and every customer is entitled to a discount. This would mean that loyal consumers who would have bought your product anyway without a discount and those with a high willingness to pay end up paying lower prices. You would then have foregone margins. Hi guys, it's harder to read from a script than I expected. Now, I have newfound respect for politicians and news readers. So for the rest of this video, I'm going to try to talk as naturally as possible. And if you have trouble understanding me, well, you can rerun the video as many times as you like, or you can come and talk to me in class and I'll clarify things for you. Okay, we're on the topic of coupons, and I wanted to bring up this Groupon example. Groupon, as you know, has been very popular in Singapore. Its interest in Groupon has waned a little bit, but nonetheless, it still has a very large database of consumers. So Groupon is a modern-day variant of traditional coupons. We know that consumers get very steep discounts from Groupon deals, but sometimes these discounts are so large that you wonder how a merchant or a seller benefits from participating. In the example on this slide, the discount is 68% off the regular price, so that's a very huge discount. Given these very steep discounts, what's really in it for Groupon, for merchants? Why are they drawn to participating in Groupon? These are the reasons. So Groupon is a very large database of customers, and merchants are drawn to the high reach of Groupon. For merchants without the resources to do advertising to stimulate sales, Groupon offers an attractive channel to advertise without having to incur upfront advertising expense. In addition, Groupon provides professional copy service to describe the deal, as can be seen in the following slides. It's kind of corny if you ask me. If you look at the copy that's on this slide, it says perspiring is like standing under a gorgeous waterfall or taking a shower, except the water comes from within. So the copy in Groupon deals tend to be like this. It's done by Groupon, not the merchant. So that's another example here. And another example here. If you want more examples, you can go to the Groupon website. So advertising can be done with rather low effort on the part of merchants. On top of that, they get upfront cash. Don't forget that consumers purchase a Groupon deal first before redeeming it at a later time. Hence, merchants draw revenue first in advance of rendering a service or providing the goods. So Groupon has been criticized in some quarters for destroying the profitability of merchants, especially the small merchants, small businesses. It's important for merchants to know that these deals can hurt profitability if they result in one-off purchases at steep discounts. So imagine if somebody comes to your business, buys something at a very steep discount and makes that one purchase and is gone. So Groupon can benefit merchants if these things occur. It leads to repeat customers. If it reaches new rather than existing customers who would have paid full price anyway, and if the value of the transaction exceeds the value of the deal. So for example, if I pay $50 for $100 worth of food at a restaurant, but end up spending $150 when I redeem the Groupon deal. Now moving on to rebates or refunds. So in the past, refunds or rebates were done the low-tech way, where one would pay for the full price of a product upfront and then send a receipt and barcode back to the manufacturer for a partial refund. The refund or rebate usually comes as a check in the mail. So that's many years ago. I'm not sure that companies still do that. In situations like that, consumers often factor the rebate into their purchase decision, even though they're paying the full price upfront. So if the product is $100 and the rebate is $20, they think of the product as costing $80. However, some percentage of consumers will not engage in the effort to obtain the rebate, either because they forgot or lost the receipt or don't think it's worth the effort. So the effective discount given by the manufacturer ends up being less than the stated discount. In modern day rebate programs, rebates are typically accumulated as stored value in a store cart or in some online account such as Shopback or Ebates. These can function more as loyalty programs to entice you to keep going back to participating merchants to shop. Loyalty or frequency programs reward customers usually with a discount or free products or points that can be redeemed for products to encourage repeat purchase. Some companies use it as a means to keep consumers coming back because of a monetary incentive, but others use it in a more sophisticated way. They develop a database of their consumers with records of their transaction and redemption history, as well as their profile, say their demographic profile. This information is then used to better target consumers with promotional offers and other communications or with cross-selling. Premiums are goods offered for free or at a low cost and serve as an incentive to buy a product. Effective premiums tend to have a high impulse purchase value. One example of a premium that's like that would be little toys that come in cereal boxes and in some snacks. I remember when I was a kid, there were certain snacks that came with cute little toys, and there's always it's always a draw, or you want to buy it because you want to collect these little toys. Fast food restaurants often have premium programs like this one. So if you buy a Happy Meal, you get to purchase a Lego toy for an additional few dollars. So this has been very effective in driving sales for McDonald's because the premiums are often desirable or are tied into movies. So the toys are a guaranteed draw for McDonald's. Bonus packs are fairly straightforward. It's selling larger quantities to consumers at the same price. So it encourages consumers to buy more. And the fact that they hold larger quantities at home means that they are less likely to defect to the competition. So for example, you might be sold 20% more detergent at regular price. And the examples here are for kitchen towels and for detergent. You often see bonus packs with products like that. Next on the list is games, contests, and sweepstakes. These sales promotion tools can be used to build brand awareness and liking through the interest that they generate. So the difference between a contest and a sweepstake is that in the latter, the winner is based on a random draw, like in a lottery. In a contest, the winner is picked on the basis of skill, such as when consumers participate in the photography contest for a chance to win, say, a Nikon camera. Games, on the other hand, involve an element of luck. McDonald's Monopoly game would be one example. Often, but not always, consumers have to purchase something for the brand to be eligible to participate in these games, contests, and sweepstakes. Here's another example of a contest that was run by Virgin Digital some years ago. The challenge here is to identify all the musical artists represented in this image. If you can identify all 75 of them without the help of Mr. Google, send me an email and I will buy you a drink. Some critics have charged that sales promotion tools, when overused, can lead to more harm than good. One argument is that because sales promotion tools often induce purchase through giving a monetary incentive, it focuses consumers' attention on price. And when you do it repeatedly, it can lead to greater price sensitivity. At the same time, this can cheapen the brand and lead to erosion of brand equity. So some say that for every dollar that you spend on sales promotion, you could have spent it on building brand equity, and with brand equity, there are longer-term benefits that you can reap. The final argument is that sales promotion often shifts the timing of demand rather than increase overall demand. This is referred to as the mortgaging effect. So for example, when a sales promotion is run for a certain brand of detergent, I might buy more of it during the promotional period and stockpile at home. At the same time, it means that there will be a longer interval until my next purchase. Over a period of, say, a year, you will find that the sales promotion changed when I purchase, but not how much I purchase. So now, between the manufacturer and the retailer, who do you think benefits more from a sales promotion? Some studies have found that while the manufacturer might benefit because a larger sales volume makes up for a smaller margin from sale of each unit, the retailer, on the other hand, suffers an overall decline in revenue. So look at the two graphs on this slide. The top one is for the manufacturer and the bottom one is for the retailer. The vertical axis is for revenues of the retailer and revenues of the manufacturer over a 24-week period. Say, for example, the manufacturer produces cereal and sells it to supermarkets. The manufacturer runs a sales promotion and sells the product at a lower price to the retailer, who then passes on some of that savings to consumers through a lower retail price. The manufacturer sees a spike in revenue during the duration of the promotional period because more quantities are sold. In the weeks after the promotion ends, revenue might fall below the baseline level because consumers have stockpiled and therefore do not need to purchase the product. You can see from the graph that there is no long-term benefit to the brand from the sales promotion. This is represented by persistent effect, on the graph. In the case of the retailer, supermarket, that sells this brand of cereal, there might be a fall in revenue during the period of this sales promotion. This might happen because the retailer carries a variety of cereal brands and the sales promotion shifts demand from a higher margin brand to the brand that is on promotion, with no accompanying increase in overall demand. Thus, it's merely a shifting of demand from one brand to another. That's why the overall revenue of the retailer could suffer. Now let's turn our attention to sales promotions that are directed at trade when one uses a push strategy. So a number of objectives can be served by such promotions. One would be to incentivize retailers to carry new products. So new products often represent a risk to retailers. With limited shelf space, retailers tend to favor products with high turnover. In other words, they wouldn't want to carry a product that doesn't leave their shelves. Hence, established brands and products with a proven track record are often preferred. So to compensate retailers for the risk of carrying a new product, manufacturers often give retailers a monetary incentive. For established brands, trade sales promotions can be used to ensure that retailers continue to provide support for the brand, and prime spaces such as eye-level shelf space continue to be available to the brand. This is important when the brand is in a mature stage of the life cycle and competition is intense, and differentiation among products has become smaller. So in situations like that, the mere salience of a product in the retail environment can make the difference in terms of what the consumer chooses. Finally, trade sales promotion can also be run to encourage retailers to build inventory so that stockout situations are avoided. A larger inventory can also lead the retailer to devote more shelf space to a product. And now for some examples of trade sales promotion tools. The first one is contests and incentives run to get the retailer or wholesaler to engage in greater selling effort. For example, there might be prize money offered to retail salespeople for generating the most sales or for meeting a certain level of target sales. This is often referred to as spiffs or push money. Now we move on to trade allowances. Trade allowances used to incentivize a retailer to stock a new product is called a slotting fee. The fee is often charged on a per product per store basis and can be very costly. When a trade allowance is used to incentivize a retailer to promote the product by giving it a favorable shelf facing, such as at the end of aisles, or by featuring it in in-store posters, it is referred to as a promotional allowance. Allowances can be in the form of a fixed fee, price reductions, and buyback guarantees if the product does not sell within a given period of time. Point of purchase displays are specially designed materials intended for placement in retail stores. This is so that the product can be prominently displayed and draw attention, thereby increasing sales for the retailer. POP displays can take many forms, including end-of-aisle displays and stand-up racks. And here are some examples of point of purchase displays. Okay guys, we have come to the end of this class. If you have any questions about material covered here, feel free to ask me in class or email me. Adios, bye!